shirt. That's dope as fuck.
Bro, if you are
I'm
not
also wearing my own shirt.
if you are not your own biggest fan, who is gonna be?
Hey, I got JMOB shirts. I just didn't wear it this
You
week.
should have worn your JMOB shirt
That
tonight.
would've been great.
That would have been amazing. We're all
You gotta
representing
promote yourself.
ourselves. Yeah.
You've gotta promote
We're
yourself.
all here promoting ourselves.
This is the Mixed Emotion Show with JMOB on Richmond's 91.5 WECI, public supported radio. I got
Michael William Johnson the first
co-hosted with me today. We also have a special guest, Kyle Hazzard. Kyle, say what's up.
Hi, what's up, guys?
We're gonna play some music, then we're gonna get into learning a little bit about who Kyle is as an artist and the projects he's a part of, and hear some of his music live as well. So it's gonna be another great Saturday night. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We do have a call-in number at 765-983-1246 if you want to call in and request anything, or if you got any shout-outs, or you want to talk to Kyle himself. 765-983-1246. How's your week now, Michael?
It's been great. We've been doing shows. This weekend's been full up, man.
Yeah, I've been seeing all your guys' posts. That's pretty awesome. I was supposed to be there again.
I know. You missed 3 shows in total. 2 shows this week.
I know.
I'm going to drag you out of your house,
No, I
boy.
told my girl already. I said, listen, the next one they tell us we're at, we got to go no matter what, because it's twice now that I haven't been there. But I'm excited to see you guys perform live and do your thing. But yeah, so I got a couple songs. We're gonna start the night off. All right. We are back to the Mixed Emotion Show. I love that song, Wagon Wheel. One of my favorites. I like the Darius Rucker version too, but it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I mean, I'm not even trying to be mean, but it doesn't make sense to me for him to sing it. I like this one, the old Pro Medicine Show. But anyways, we got Kyle Hazzard in the building.
Kyle Hazzard!
Yeah.
Honored to be here.
So where are you from, Kyle?
I was born in Richmond, and I grew up in Richmond, and then I graduated high school from Centerville.
Okay.
Spent about half my youth in Richmond and the rest of my youth in Centerville.
So Richmond, he's one of your own, so you guys better be tuning in and listening hard right now.
Y'all better recognize!
Right.
That's right. Centerville, I feel like, is basically Richmond too.
Yeah,
Richmond's
is.
so big, and we all overlap. We all know each other.
It's like I lived in Whiteland, Indiana, which is like a suburb, they say, of Indianapolis, even though it's not, but it is. But it's kind of like the same thing. It's all the same area, So
The overlap's weird. I feel like the elementary schools have a weird overlap because I went to school in Westview Elementary, but I feel like in that same neighborhood, people were also going to Centerville Elementary or Rose Hamilton because there's a weird
divide
overlap right there.
That's
so we all know each other. We all grew up together, and then we just ended up in different high schools.
I think that's like College Corner. Their school, if I remember right, is half on the Ohio line, half on the Indiana.
Yeah, I think so.
And that makes a difference in some of the stuff. I don't know. I didn't go there. I went to Talawanda. But I was told some people are it's different depending on what side of the school you're on. I don't know if that's true or not. You guys know?
No clue.
I feel like it would make a little bit of difference because it's 2 different states, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
All I know is that I didn't know anything about Centerville when I moved. I moved in 6th grade, except for my parents' yearbooks. And they were all in black and white, and everyone had afros and were wearing bell bottoms. And I literally thought that's what I was doing. I thought I'm going back in time, and I'm a skater. I was a skater then.
Okay.
I was wearing Jinko jeans,
Ooh, the Jinko!
Yeah, I was a totally different dude, and I thought I can't go back to bell bottoms and perms and all that. And I had such a warped view of what Centerville was going to be like. It was really funny though. When I got there, I'm like, oh wait, this is a normal school, normal people.
I will say though, this is no offense to anybody in Indiana, but it feels a little behind the times. Not technology and stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But life just seems I don't know how to say it. Almost like we're still in the 90s, 80s or 90s here, versus other places I live. I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Florida. Completely different world.
The easy and most innocuous example to go to is how you can just now, I think within the last, I don't know how many years ago it was, buy beer and alcohol on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
For the longest time you couldn't. And that was to all my friends. I served in the military, and so I've met people from all over the country. And that was the weirdest thing to them. They didn't understand that. But there are still dry counties in the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are any in Indiana, but
I bet there's some in Utah.
There's still, definitely, yeah, that's true.
Jackson, Kentucky was a dry county most of my entire life until I think very recently.
Okay.
Really? You
Yeah.
grew up in Kentucky?
A lot of my family's from there.
Wow.
I'm not.
I never would have guessed that.
So what got you? How long First of all, how long have you been doing music for? Like, when did you start playing, and then when did you decide you want to make a career out of it? Like, what got you into it?
Well, I think I've been playing. If I'm being honest, I think I've been doing music my entire life. My mom likes to bring this up all the time. There's a video of me somewhere in just a diaper playing a slide whistle and dancing around the house, just
That's awesome.
wailing into this thing. There were also a couple of old videos where they had taught me to sing Rock of Ages, and I can barely speak, but I'm singing Rock of Ages. I think they tried
So
to.
it's been in you since birth.
Yeah, my family's been big in the theater. They've been big in music, in church and stuff too. And somehow I just, maybe genetics or maybe just seeing it, I just caught the bug, and so I've always
Right.
kind of been interested in it. But I never really thought it was something serious that you could do for whatever reason. I have this weird. I'm like two different people. I've got my dad's pragmatic, logical side, and then I've got my mom's artistic and more whimsical
Right.
side. And the pragmatic side would always go, okay, yeah, this is fun, but this isn't real. This isn't a real thing. You got to find something real to do. And now as I'm getting older, I'm like, screw that.
Right.
I want to do the fun thing.
I think part of it is, like, I'm from a small town too, and okay, so not even just talking about myself, just in general. Like I told you, I lived in Florida for a long time.
Mhm.
So going from a little town in Ohio to where artists and celebrities are like gods, like they're not real people to
Right.
them, like they're people you see on TV or the internet, to living in South Florida where I'm recording in some of the same studios famous industry artists have been in. I'm passing the homes of famous actors and just like celebrities all over the place. I did stagehand work, so I got to set stages for a lot of them as well.
Nice.
But you realize they're just people with a cooler job
Mhm.
and some talent. You know what I mean? Like, but from where I'm from, nobody has that mindset. Like, they don't think. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they don't think like, oh, these people had to have started somewhere. You know, but
Well, I think it's this weird thing where people sort of assume that those careers just happened to those people, that they were just lucky.
Got
They were in the
lucky.
right place at the right time, and they got discovered, or they stumbled onto a set one day and accidentally acted their way into a role.
which
or
that does
something.
happen, but it's not,
But it's very few and far between. It is. I mean, just doing music at this level, the level that we're doing it at, is such hard work, especially now. Yeah, as an independent artist, you've got to promote yourself. You got to make your own flyers. You've got to somehow get into a studio, and you've got to make your songs and your albums and your records so that you can show people, hey,
Right.
that's your business card. You know, hey, here's where you
Exactly.
can find me. And it's so much work. It does not just happen. And I think a lot of people hit that very first barrier, and they realize, oh, this isn't just going to magically.
Right.
I'm not just going to be famous tomorrow. And it's even worse nowadays, I think, with how videos go viral and how we heard Justin Bieber got discovered off YouTube and everything, and all these other artists, Instagram musicians and rappers and stuff. And people think, well, that's all I got to do is do like a video once a week, and all of a sudden I'm going to be famous.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
a
people
ton
doing
of
those
work.
videos once a week and get complete negative feedback. So it isn't for everyone, and just
That's
doing
true.
that isn't going to take you all the way either.
Nope. It is. It's a long, hard road, and it's something that I still think about. Like, how far do I want to take it? Where do I want to go with it? What do I want to get out of it? Which I think is the first question that any artist should sort of ask themselves.
Right.
What am I doing with this, and what do I want to get from it?
I actually had a thought about that today, as I was trying to make a collage for my YouTube banner, because I made a new YouTube for this whole resurgence in music for myself. First of all, to touch on the point you said earlier, it's when it's all the hard work for us doing this stuff,
Right.
it's also really hard to turn your brain off from that too. So like, oh, I gotta do the next thing, the next thing, the next thing.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, except for I lost my train of thought, hold on. I literally did. What was I saying? I am so sorry.
Well, so you can get really scatterbrained like that, and you can think, okay, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. If I don't make lists, I don't do it. But it's also hard to turn your brain back on to
Yeah.
it. You can sit there and go, what the heck's the point? Do I
Right.
need to make a video? Do I really need? You got to edit those things. You got to download all the videos.
I'm gonna record a whole album, 3 people are gonna listen to it or something.
So
So
have
you're like,
you ever
it's not
taken
that-
time off though? Like try to walk away?
From music.
Yeah, like
Well, actually, I've only within the last year gotten into it. I've only within the last year decided that I'm
Oh,
going
so
to actually pursue and promote myself.
Okay.
as a solo artist. I've got a band that I'm in, and we have been a band since high school. We've changed our names a few times. We've written different styles of music and different songs, and we decided to get serious with it a few years ago, and we recorded an album, and we re-released it. And I didn't care what happened with it, and I didn't care how much it cost to get through it. I've been saving up. I said, this is what I've always wanted to do, so I'm going to do it. And it didn't matter to me where it went or how far we got. But then as we were doing it, I started realizing how much work goes into all that, how much promotion goes into it, how much, I mean, there's Spotify ads, there's Facebook ads, Meta ads or whatever. And some of those things, they don't do anything unless you are religious with it. You have to be on top for the ads too. You have to be paying. Think about it like as an independent artist. You don't have a record label behind you, and the record label's part of their budget is going into doing all that for you. When you're an independent artist, you have to pay for ads. You have to pay to get yourself out there, and you can't just pay and run an ad campaign on Meta or on Instagram or whatever. You have to be diligent with it. You have to look at the metrics. You have to see what's working, what's not. You have to have like an analytical brain, and most of us artists, we don't look at the world that way. We're going, I just want to make music, and then I just want it to be out there, and I would love to be able to do it full time.
That's where it comes having like a team, which starting off you might not have. You might not know what all of a team you need. I'm not talking about your bandmates. I'm talking about like the social media, running the social media, managing your shows. You don't know might not know all of the work that like the jobs that you need of a team to have, or you might not know people that are into that. Especially in an area where there's not as many musicians or people trying to push that. I feel like there's also not as many people doing the other jobs of like marketing or trying to like put artists further in their career and stuff.
Well, that's actually something I do remember what I was going to say earlier. Now I'm sorry about that. That's not usually who I am. But the foundation and like the family kind of feeling that like Kyle and I kind of have with all these other musicians around the area. Some of us know how to do this, some of us know how to do that. I got to the radio thing, I was like, oh, Tony, Kyle, Isaac, Chris, like, let's get them all in here. Kyle knows more people than I do, and bing, bang, boom. But what I was going to say earlier when it comes to like, well, what are you doing this for? And then, like I was saying, I was thinking about, as I was making this big collage of a bunch of pictures of me doing shows, I'm like, you know what, just over this past musical resurgence, when I first came back and I met you and everything like that, just this little bit of time, it's the body of work, like you might not get famous, you might not reach the heights you want to get to, but at the end of the day, if you can be happy with your body of work over the years, that's something to give your kids, something to, that lives beyond you.
That's what point I was going to make when we were kind of asked, question I was going to kind of ask was like, at the end of the day, even if you don't like take off or blow up or make $1 million from the music, you are still going to play, right? Like you do it at the end of the day. You do it for yourself.
100%. Yeah. Well, there's something weird, but possibly broken in musicians where it builds up and it builds up, and you just have to get it out. And it's like I don't really care where it goes after that. I have to get it out there. I have a lot of songs that I've written over the past 20 years or so that have never seen the light of day, and there was just something that just constantly, why am I still doing this? Why am I still writing it? Oh, because I need to get them out there. I don't know why. I don't know where the heck they're going to go.
It is.
Well, writing songs is therapy. Getting them out there is, I don't know. I can't quantify what the heck. Why do I want to do it? Do I want to be famous? Am I egotistical? Am I a megalomaniac? I don't know. Maybe.
See, it goes back to why I asked if you took time off, because like why I asked that was because like I've had things happen in life to where instead of taking that and putting it all into music or into something, I just withdrew from life in general. But during those times where I was like withdrawn and not working on a craft of some type, it's all I could think about. Like it was eating at me that I wasn't. It's like, dude, like, because I do a little bit of videography. I got a little studio. I can do engineering. I make my own music. But those times where I take myself away from it, it eats at me. Like, why aren't you doing something? Pick up a camera, turn your studio on, like go write a song or go tell someone else to come record their song, like do something. Like
you feel that guilt when you're not producing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that it's important for me at this stage to say to people that are at that point in their lives, or that are maybe are younger and mess around with music but aren't really seriously consider it, is just to keep doing it, put stuff out there, keep writing, keep playing, and one day it's going to come along and you're going to have this whole back catalog of stuff.
The body of work.
That body of work.
You might make a song that you don't do anything with, but then years later you go back and find it again, and are you either able to take
That's what I'm doing right
or
now.
recreate that song?
Yeah.
And also something someone has told me is, you will always, no matter how old your song is to you, you're always going to find someone that's never heard it.
Oh yeah.
And they might love that song, the song
For
that
sure.
you're like, I don't want to put this out. Like you've been sitting on it for years.
Yeah.
You like it, but you don't. But someone else hears it, and it's their favorite song. So you never know. Like you got to remember the listeners as well as how you feel.
You're never going to know what people are going to like either. You put a
Right.
song out that you're like, oh, this is kind of whatever, but you're just trying to fill time or fill space, and people will come up to you and be like, I love that song. Where can I listen to it? And you're going, well, nowhere right now, because I thought it was kind of, boring and just a throwaway thing. But yeah, I think you have to take yourself seriously, and that's something that I struggle with. I think a lot of musicians do, especially at this level, struggle with, because you don't want to come off as overconfident. You don't want to come off as egotistical, but you have to take yourself seriously, and you have to
be your biggest
believe
fan.
in what you're doing.
You got to be your biggest fan.
And then other people eventually will. Yeah, I mean, you're not really tricking people into liking you, but if you don't get out there and have the confidence at least to say, hey, listen to what I've done, then no one will ever hear it and you'll never know.
And there's also something to be said about the overwhelming imposter syndrome you get sometimes. You know?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You gotta find a way to override that in your brain.
I can't tell. There's been at least 2 or 3 times Kyle has regained my confidence for me. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling it right now, man. He's like, oh, come on, you know, and it's like, all right.
Sometimes you need somebody else to lift you up like that, or remind you, like, hey, like,
Kyle, Tony, all these people, they're like, oh, you're good, man, do it. I'm like, all right.
I was very close to backing out of a gig not too long ago that was featuring original music and featuring songwriters, and I was practicing leading up to it, and I had like a series of off days where none of my music sounded right. It all sounded terrible, and I thought, I don't belong on a stage with anybody else that's writing original music around here. And I almost, out of sheer nervousness and that imposter syndrome, I almost backed out. I almost said, hey, I was thinking I'll just say I'm sick, or I'll say, like, I gotta back out of this because I don't deserve it. But that's that imposter syndrome that everyone has.
We are our biggest critics too.
That's true. Yeah.
So you might be down on yourself about something that other people are like, what is he tripping about? Like, this sounds awesome. Like, what are you? But we're our biggest critics, so we're always going to think the worst for ourselves.
And I do it every day. I go through the whole cycle every day. I'm terrible. Okay, no, this is actually good. People definitely need to hear this. I'm amazing. This is awful. Why would I ever perform this? And it's all within the span of as I'm playing the song live.
I feel like that's the artist brain, though.
It is, yeah, for sure.
So what are your biggest inspirations, music-wise and just in general in life?
Well, in that same vein, I think one of my biggest inspirations is people being themselves unapologetically, having that confidence, no matter what it's in. Even if you're just, hanging out with a group of friends and you are just unapologetically yourself. You're saying stuff out of pocket. You're being ridiculous at a restaurant, and you don't care. You're yourself. You're having a good time. You're not offending anybody. You're not bothering anybody, but you are just unapologetically yourself. I said this to Michael recently. He is unapologetically a weird, just out there human, but that's who he is, and he loves who he is, and that radiates to everybody that he interacts with, and I really admire that. I find that very inspiring because I feel like that's something that's lacking in me. So when it comes to music, when it comes to doing anything, if you are unapologetically yourself and you are doing things that you love to do and you're bringing joy and light to other people's lives, that's a huge inspiration to me. It doesn't have to be music. It could be anything. We've got guys that aren't necessarily musically inclined, but they're passionate about art, or they're passionate about cooking. They're passionate about the restaurant, but they're passionate about whatever it is. They're passionate about whatever their job is. And that's very inspirational to see someone that have that much passion about something, just unabashedly, unapologetically being themselves.
And it's inspiring, definitely inspiring.
Massively inspiring to me. And I think that continues to drive me. I hope that one day someone says, that was inspiring. Kyle being out there on stage, that was inspiring to me, or something that you wrote that hit me the right way. That would be great.
Yeah. So, your band, the Mortonians, that's your main band that you're in right now?
Yeah.
Because I know you said you were in multiple ones.
Right. Well, the Mortonians have existed since
the dawn of time.
the dawn of time, yeah, basically. Since we were in middle school together, David Zimmerman and Eric Schaefer and I are the Mortonians.
Okay.
We met each other. We actually, when we were in 7th grade, we were the only boys in choir. So they put us in the 8th grade choir because there were 2 other boys in choir.
Okay.
And they thought it's kind of weird to have 2 boys here and 3 boys here. So they put us in the 8th grade choir. And we were the only 7th graders. So we flopped our lunch hours. So we were the only 7th graders eating lunch with the 8th graders. And back then, that's a big deal.
Cool.
Well, none of the 8th graders wanted to associate with us because we were babies, basically.
Right.
You know, that was a huge deal.
7th grade.
So we got really close because we played music together and because we had to eat lunch by ourselves together. And we really bonded over that. And we have been writing music and doing music together since then. When we were in high school, we called ourselves Periscope Hypnosis because we were purposely trying to be as weird and out there as possible. We wrote really
Periscope Hypnosis.
That's right, yeah.
That's kind of cool name.
It's a super cool name, actually. Now that I look back on it, I'm like, we should have just kept that. So, yeah, and then one day, you know, I think it was like 6 years ago, probably around COVID, I was actually in quarantine in a hotel somewhere for work, and I reached out to him and I said, what if we wrote serious, real songs? I think we could actually do that. And then come to find out, Eric goes, yeah, I wrote this song like 8 years ago, and it was Don't Overlook Me, which you can find on our socials and stuff, and our streaming services. And it was one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. It was amazing. And I was like, you've been holding out. Where have you played this? What
You've
have
been
you done?
holding out, man!
He said, no, it's in a songbook. He wrote it. He plays it by himself every now and then. And I was like, I also have that exact thing. And I had like 5 songs. And it turned out he had like 8 songs. And then we've been writing back and forth ever since then. And we haven't stopped. We're just pouring stuff out.
That's pretty dope. So you said there's 3,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm seeing 6. So is it like interchangeable? Or
So
some of them came
for
together?
our first outing, we wanted to do a full band. We're really inspired by classic rock and everything.
Okay.
And so we've written all these songs on acoustic guitar because that's what we play, that's what we have. But we wanted to do like the rock and roll thing. And we had Jeff Hubbard, who was a close friend of Eric's at the time, he's a close friend of mine now. Is just a master guitar player. I maintain that he's probably the best guitar player in Indiana. He just can absolutely shred. He can improvise over anything. And Eric and I both said we want Jeff to like elevate our songs. So we decided to go to the like classic rock route. And Eric's wife Stephanie has a great voice. She's like very much got that diva, old school, you know, like Ann Wilson voice and stuff like that. So we wanted her on the record in some way, shape, or form, and then we had our close friend Aaron the Quake Cuevas is our drummer, who's
That's
just
a cool ass drummer name.
a phenomenal
The
drummer.
Quake.
The Quake, yeah. He was a legend. Unfortunately, he passed away right before our first song got released on Spotify, and that kind of took the wind out of our sails from that aspect of things. But it also helped us realize that we really were more of an acoustic act anyway, more low key.
Yeah.
We don't need the big production, we don't need the big electric guitars and everything. But for our first album, I think it was great. We've got 9 songs. We were supposed to have 12. We only got through 9 before, unfortunately, the Quake passed away. But we have 9 great songs that I'm very proud of on Spotify. I think 4 of them were written by me, 4 of them were written by Eric, and then one with Jeff Hubbard wrote Here to Rock, which is just a great party bar song, rock and roll song, killer guitar solo in there. But we've kind of shifted directions. It's much easier also at this age to get 3 people in a room together than it is to get 6 people in a room together.
That's true.
You
So
ain't lying.
let them hear the song before I sing from
Yeah.
the Mortonians. You want to give a little background on that one?
That was the first song that we recorded because I thought it was the easiest, and in true Kyle Hazzard fashion, it was also the song that I cared the least about. And I thought, let's get our sea legs under us, let's do a song that I don't give a crap about, let's do something that is easy to do. And it ended up being, we learned a lot recording that song. There was a lot more nuance to it than we thought there was going to be. I had written it was very slow on the acoustic guitar, and Dave and Eric were like, there's a point in the song where I was adding an extra measure, and the drummer was like, I can do it. You know, it's like the Ringo Starr stuff. John Lennon had a terrible sense of timing, and so he would add extra measures and stuff, and Ringo would just kind of figure out how to match the tempo and everything. So he could do it, but everyone else in the band is going, this is not how this song goes. So they rewrote it and they made it faster, and the chorus of it is rapid fire lyrics. So I'm running. If you strip away and just listen to my vocals, you'll hear me just running out of breath during it. It's so funny. But luckily, Matt Mingler up at Roundtable in Indianapolis, he mixed it for us, and he was able to edit all that stuff out. So I think it sounds
I've
really
actually
good.
seen a lot of ads for Roundtable recording.
It was a super cool studio. It definitely fit our vibe. I don't think Matt is with that studio any longer. I think he's with a different studio. I can't recall the name off the top of my head, but he was a lot of fun to work with. We were all kind of learning together. And I wrote it, this line popped into my head. I'm skipping along like a sliver of a rock that's been thrown across a river. I hope I've got what it takes to reach the other bank before I sink. And of course, I was singing it in my Indiana accent, so I'm the other bank before I sank, which is not how I normally sing. And I was like, I can't do it like that. But it just, I think I was literally skipping rocks. And just, you'll notice the thing I like about it, it's kind of like word painting or music painting. The beat of the song is like a rock skipping across the river. It's very dun, 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 and you kind of get that vibe to it. And it was about, and it's true. It's I wrote it. It is about how I have trouble keeping a schedule. I have trouble like planning my day out. I have trouble planning on what I'm going to decide to do, and I have trouble committing to things. I'm just kind of skipping along, just going where the current takes me, and hoping that I wind up on the other bank before I sink.
All right. Well, let's check this out. This is Before I Sink by the Mortonians.
The stars have aligned, and I'm still going steady. I'll just keep on going through the rapids and the eddies. The current is raging around and inside of me, but I'm built to keep rowing even in these heavy seas. I'm skipping along like a sliver of a rock that's been thrown across the river. Hope I got what it takes to reach the other bank before I sink. I'm skipping along like a sliver of a rock that's been thrown across the river. Hope I got what it takes to reach the other bank before I sink.
Right, that was Before I Sink by the Mortonians.
Woo!
That was pretty good. I like that. We got
Yeah, I'm
Kyle
very happy
Hazzard
with that
here in the flesh at 91.5. This is listener supported WECI 91.5 FM, Richmond's Public Radio. We're tuning into the Mixed Emotion Show. And we're having a great Saturday night. I got
Michael William Johnson the first.
I always want to say it, but I like when he says it better.
I told you, unapologetically himself.
Right, I love that.
I was overseas actually when he first started coming around to our open mics and stuff, and someone was like, I think Tony texted me, it was like, you are gonna, no, Rochelle texted me, it was like, you are gonna love this dude. And I did the moment I met him. I think what I said was, you've got big Carney energy.
Well, that's from being a wrestler all my life.
He's just good at promotion. He's just good at, he's like a barker. He's up,
Yeah.
step right up, step right up.
Got some tunes
He used to
for
get up
ya.
there and he'd go, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael William Johnson the First, and I am here to play you some music tonight. Sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy. And I just loved it. I was like, this dude's charisma is off the charts.
Like an announcer, too. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that boosts my confidence when I'm feeling a little low. Kyle's like,
Well, he's got that. He's got that superhero persona.
Yeah.
We were talking about a little bit during the break. Something that helps you kind of maintain confidence is to separate yourself internally from the promotion side of things.
Yeah.
And how do you promote yourself without being egotistical? Well, you kind of have to separate yourself from your artist persona, and it really helps to boost your confidence. You're like, I'm a different person. This is not necessarily a character that I'm playing, but it's a
persona.
It's a persona that you're putting on to, like, I have to be confident. I have to be.
Right.
I have to be more extroverted than I actually am in real life. And when you do that, and I also grew up in the theater, so it's kind of like
the theater.
I can act, I can put that on, but it's also very cathartic to do it and then go home and like not speak and say anything to anybody and just shut down, and I can just be myself, and very quiet. And
I think it's important though for all artists to have that separation as
Mhm.
who you are behind closed doors in your home when you don't have that pressure of the world watching, and then who you are as you present yourself as the artist. Like, that's two different people. I think everybody should like have that kind of understanding about themselves, like
For sure.
because you aren't like, it's not like you're the different person,
Right.
but like you said, you got to force yourself to be more extroverted and out there, and when sometimes you don't want to, like, or you're sitting there
Yeah.
thinking like you can't let them know what you're thinking, like you said you were playing a song live and doubting yourself.
Oh, the whole time, yeah.
But you got to be confident, like you can't let them know you're thinking that, but that's the real you in there thinking.
You're kind
you
of
gotta let
like,
the Kyle Hazzard keep the show going strong.
to use the musical analogy of it, you're kind of like adjusting the EQ
Yeah.
of who you are. Because
Right.
I'm not a different person, but I'm cranking up the extrovertedness
It's
a
like
little
you got a
bit.
dial on your chest.
I'm cranking
Really?
the treble
Yeah,
up a
no,
little bit.
that's
When I
a
go
good-
home, I crank the bass a little bit. I'm a
Yeah.
little more booming, and I'm a little more like kind of dark and brooding and stuff, and just
He's Batman.
sit in the dark. Yeah,
We
right.
had the Richmond Batman on the show
That's-
once. You know,
Oh, did you really?
yeah, we did.
He's technically
Well-
my ex-family-in-law.
That's a great
Really?
example.
Yeah, he's like a cousin-in-law.
Did you ever wrestle with him? Because he told me he used
Yes.
to wrestle too.
Him and his brother. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So if you guys ever need a limo driver, he does limo driving too.
Oh, that would be sweet to show up
Seriously,
somewhere
he
in a
doesn't
limo.
charge-
Every
I
open
swear.
mic night, we're coming up in a limo.
For real though, like I was thinking about that too. I was like, look, if I ever want to go out and like get drunk here in town, like
This is better than
I'm gonna have
truck
Batman
in
pull
a
me up
truck.
in the limo because he doesn't. He says he'll charge whatever you feels worth to give him. So
Yeah.
pretty much tip him, and he's gonna drive you wherever.
I've been telling.
He's got a license, so you can drink in the car too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got a chauffeur license.
We got to know about this. We
I
got.
rode it. He drove me from my house to the show. I did a show that night, dressed as Batman. I'm in the back, like neon lights, and
Yeah.
if I had drinks, there would be like there's cup holders and spots. It was pretty
Actually,
cool.
Talk
I
about
wanna
the
shoot-
superhero persona.
I want to shoot music videos with him.
He will. Oh, he
yeah.
told me already. He said moving forward because there was actually I had him on the show, and then the second hour of that day, I had a couple rappers from Ohio on the show. Or actually, one's from here in Richmond, and his buddy was from Ohio, and they shot content videos right out here in this parking lot in his limo and everything. And now when I watch their music videos, I'm seeing them right here where the video games are, and then out in the limo and everything. Like, and he's all about it. He wants people to put him in these videos
Yeah.
and to use them for content and stuff. And so if you guys ever want to. If you ever have a need for the Richmond Batman, I could give them
I'll
a
have to
call.
keep that in mind.
Right.
That
Or
would
even
be
just for the limo
super
driving.
cool.
So, because I mean, everyone wants to pull up somewhere in a limo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And to talk about the superhero persona
Right.
and separate, it's really like showing up in a limo is something that's going to grab people's attention. It's not something that I would necessarily do myself, but showing up in a limo somewhere, that's going to get people's attention.
Oh yeah.
But also with the wrestling thing, I've been telling Michael since I've met him that I want to bust a guitar over his head. I think that would make for great content. He's Dante,
We just talked about it last night, dude.
and I shatter a guitar over his head, and then we start
That would
playing
hurt.
music.
Yeah,
No.
you gimmick the guitar.
Don't give away the secret.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
right.
be a full-
Kayfabe,
yeah.
baby, kayfabe.
It's gonna be a Gibson. It's gonna be a brand new Gibson,
Oh,
and I'm gonna
jeez.
shatter that thing over your head. The headstock's gonna fall off of
Get
it
like
first.
a,
But
get like a, I don't even
Yeah,
know.
don't ruin the secrets on the air, bro.
I'm
because
really into that stuff. As the more I've gotten into it, I'm really into that stuff.
that would be awesome.
I don't
though.
like making content, but
Right.
doing video editing is kind of an artistic outlet too.
This guy picked a guitar off a guitar tree in a video. He's like, let me see if there's a fresh one. Pick, and he picked the guitar off the tree.
That was some
See,
dad
I think
humor.
it's-
man.
I think
It was so cool though. I loved it.
to like not like you say you don't like to shoot content, but if it okay, so I wouldn't want to shoot like I don't know, like I can't just make all these reels that people make just
Mhm.
dumb content. But if it has to do with promoting your music though, I get that. Like I feel like that'd be better. Or even just showing like how some people promote songs and you'll see like 400 reels of one verse of their song or one chorus.
But they're in a different costume or they're in a different location.
Yeah, every
and I
time.
see that and I go, God, like put a different song out, but
that's
it's
how you promote.
effective.
Yeah, it is.
It really
That's the
is.
thing. Like people, you'll see in the comments, "Come on, bro, we've been listening to this." Exactly, you
I'm-
haven't. It
I'm
hasn't even
guilty of
dropped
that.
yet. I know.
I got
saw
that
you on
JD kid.
post.
I'm like, bro, come on, next song. But he's great. He's doing
It also
right.
gets stuck in your head. I mean, if you're scrolling
Exactly.
through reels constantly and you come across the same sound,
Yeah.
every time, eventually you're gonna be like, "There's a song stuck in my head. What the heck is it?" And then you're gonna figure out what it is, and you're gonna go, "Screw it. I'm adding it to a playlist."
But
now."
sometimes though, because I'm big on that. Like I'm always on looking at like
Mhm.
I don't know if it's because I promote music and stuff too, but I'm always
Yeah.
seeing people's music promoted on Facebook. And a lot of times I'll find a song that I like, or I'll find that little clip that I like, so I like it every time I see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let me go download it. And the rest of the song's not as good as that clip was. That doesn't happen all the time. But there has been times where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's why they're only showing that. That's the best part of the song.
Well, that is a problem these days too. Is songs our attention spans have gotten so short.
Yeah.
The songs are like 1.5 to 2 minutes long. They used to be like the standard length for a song was like 3.5
Yeah.
minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like 1.5, 2 minutes long. And so there's one chorus, and they start with the chorus, then they do a little filler verse that's probably like 5 words long,
Right.
and then they'll do the chorus again. And so really, if you want to listen to that song, you just have to listen to the chorus one time.
Right.
And so then that's what they promote. And because of the way social media is engineered now, those short videos are better because that's what
Yeah.
people are watching. On average, you can see the metrics on like your social media and stuff. On average, people are watching for like 3 seconds maximum.
Yeah.
And that's as long as it takes to look at it for a second, let it soak in, oh, this is a song, and then hit like and then scroll past. You know, if you know the person,
If
you'll
they
hit
hit the
like.
like.
If you know the person, you're going to hit the like. But 9 times out of 10, if you look at a video and you've got 10 likes on that video, that means one person watched maybe half of the video.
Right.
That's it. No one watches the full video. No one's watching
Which
all
kind
your
of
content.
sucks though to know that, right? Because you put that much effort and work into it, and they watch a second of it.
Well,
They watch a second.
You got to
3
respect
seconds,
people's
like-
time too.
Yeah, that's true.
I do it as like, and I justify my social media habit as research now.
Yeah.
But you know, people have lives and people have jobs, and that's what they do to like blow off steam. And if that's, you know, you're just scrolling through stuff and you find something that catches your eye, then that's whatever. I'm not going to hate on anybody for only
Right.
watching 3 seconds of a video.
Right.
I'm not that important.
Hey, 3
Nobody's
seconds
that
is better
important.
than no seconds though.
3 seconds is better than no seconds. And
Well,
if
I
I
mean-
get a minute-long view, then that's an honor to me. If somebody comments and they reference something that happened towards the end of the video, so I know that they watched the whole video, that's an honor to me, that you spent a minute of your life outside of hanging out with me,
Yeah.
outside of a show, you spent a minute of your life absorbing something I created. And
My favorite notification is the so-and-so followed you from your reel. I love seeing that.
Oh,
That means
yeah.
they saw it and liked it, and you got a fan based off of strictly your music. It wasn't a Facebook friend that I had or a mutual or anything like
Yeah.
that. They saw my reel and they followed me because of that. And I
it
think
does
that's-
happen.
That feels
yeah,
good.
for
Well,
sure.
you know, right now Kyle has an excuse. He's being interviewed, right? I am long-winded by nature, and so I'm trying to make a video and I'm talking for 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, nobody's watching this. I gotta truncate this down. You know, it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that. So I got a question to ask. This is my favorite question to ask. Actually, I ask everybody this. It's a 2-part question. So yeah, sunny day, summertime, which is starting to be like that now here.
Heck yeah.
You're driving to the function or to the party or to the cookout or just to wherever you're going. You're in the best mood ever. What song's playing? What's your go-to happy song?
Oh,
could be yours,
man.
could be anybody's song.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
That's a super hard question because my mood changes, and I also do. I look at, especially since I've been performing out and really taking myself seriously as a songwriter, I also look at listening to music as sort of a research project. I'm like, I want to know what the greats were doing. I want to hear what rhymes they had. I want to hear what chord changes they were using, what was going on, and what made their music so iconic. So I'm listening to all kinds of stuff. I've been really deep diving on Neil Young lately. I really look up to him. I like his style of music that he writes. I like the way that he plays the harmonica, which is a little bit more technical than Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan would just blow into that thing and then inhale, and Neil Young has a little bit more technicality to it. And so I've been really kind of studying Neil Young stuff and Crazy Horse, the band he was in. Obviously, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young is a huge inspiration to the Mortonians with all their intricate harmonies and stuff. But I mean, it depends. I'm a huge Third Eye Blind fan.
Love Third Eye Blind.
And so I listen to a lot of that to pump me up, especially their first album doesn't have a bad song on it. And that whole album from start to finish I just feel like pumps you up, you know? Gosh, what else? The Beatles are my all-time favorite band. And I know that's like saying my favorite drink is water or my favorite food is meat, you know? Like, but the Beatles are my all-time favorite band because they were so eclectic. And you can listen to early Beatles, and then you can listen to middle Beatles, and you can listen to late Beatles, and you're listening to 3 different genres of music,
Yeah.
3 different styles.
You can just tell the changes made throughout their life.
And they were
years.
innovators, and they were setting the stage for a lot of people that came after them. So they're like the OGs to do it.
They get a lot of hate though. I don't know why. Like, there's people that love them, and then there's people that hate it. I think they hate them because people love them. I don't know. Like,
well, so I've actually been talking about this a lot lately. You listen to, if you go back and you sort of discover older music from like the 70s or 80s or whatever that people consider to be iconic, but you've just never been into, and you're listening to the music and you're going, this sounds really like it's all been done before, but you're actually working backwards. All these people that came after them copied them, and now you're working backwards and you found the source and you're saying, well, this sounds really boring and derivative. Right. But actually at the time it was cutting edge, groundbreaking stuff. They were doing a lot of stuff in the studio that no one else was doing, and so many people and so many bands were inspired. I mean, Helter Skelter was the Beatles' response to a Who song. I think they saw in the newspaper that the Who had set the record at concert for like the loudest decibel level at a live concert, and Paul McCartney was like, we can write a crazy heavy song, and he wrote Helter Skelter, which is just a hard rock. I mean, and a lot of people are like, that inspired metal. That one song inspired so many metal
So
musicians.
was it like were they writing it as just in a competition, or was it like a diss track in a way?
No, it's not a diss track at all, and it's a typical Paul McCartney song. The Helter Skelter is the name of a slide, a curly slide at like a state fair, where you get in a little burlap sack and you slide down, and by the end, when you touch the edge of it, you get this massive shock because of the static electricity.
Or if it's hot, or burning, it's metal, you're burning metal on there.
That's what a Helter Skelter was. And so the whole song is, when I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide where I sit and I turn and I go for a ride. It's literally just about a slide ride. That's so Paul McCartney. It's such an innocuous song, but when you listen to it, it's like, this is hard. And the guitar in there is insane, and the hook is insane. And it inspired a lot of metal musicians. But people now, they look back and they go, the Beatles were so lame with their suits and their stupid haircut. It's funny because when they first came onto the scene in the early 60s, everyone's like, look at these long hairs. And if you look at pictures of them in that age, you're like, they have like close cropped haircuts. Right? And everyone's like, are you wearing a wig? What's up with your long hair? And we look back and we're going, what are you guys, what's wrong with you guys? They do not have long hair at all.
The world was a different place.
That's what I mean. So that's kind of the thing.
Shaven.
Yeah.
They were full-blown rock and rollers back then.
Get in there and shake
they're
your
playing
sideburns.
I Want to Hold Your Hand and She Loves You, and people are going crazy about it. We look at that now and it's kind of corny,
it's like
feel-goody music.
Bubblegum stuff.
Yeah, bubblegum pop music, which it was, but at the time it was cutting-edge stuff that people weren't doing.
This is the devil.
I think that's why they get some hate, because people are looking at it, knowing what we know now and experiencing the music that we have now, looking at it. But the Beatles invented a lot of your favorite genres.
I feel like a lot of people don't, like, not even just music, but the originators of a lot of things don't get the credit they deserve, because people like from new generations that don't know their history about stuff aren't going to know where something came from. Even now there's like lingo that kids say that was like our parents probably said, like they think they invented it, but it's words that have been said forever. Like people don't really do their research or like dig into something before they'll find something new and think that it is actually new. It's like,
on the one hand, though, I feel like that plays in my favor, because I am heavily inspired by that era of music, by the 60s and the 70s, and a lot of folk music. And there's not a lot of that going on now, especially in this area. And so I'm hoping that people aren't like, oh, you're just a Neil Young ripoff.
Right.
I'm hoping they're like, this is fresh and new, because
I
you're not.
I don't know, how old are you though? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 38. I'm 38.
Okay.
I almost didn't answer that, but I'm
no, you don't have to, because I know people don't like to. But I'm asking because, like, I'm only a few years younger than you. I'm 35. Turned 36 in July. But like the generation now, like the younger kids, they have no idea who anybody is.
That's true.
It makes what's old new again.
When it always happens.
Right. Yeah.
Scott Eckert out of Pilgrimage Wine Company always says that everything that's old will be new again.
It's a cycle.
Fashion is a cycle.
Fashion, art,
music's
everything
a cycle.
repeats itself. Like I learned, like even with like wars and stuff like that, like everything repeats itself. If things go the same way, then everything's bound to repeat itself.
I think people are going to go oversaturated with the overproduced, and especially with the dawn of AI, which is a massive conversation. But I think people are going to get sick of that stuff. They're going to want something real.
Yeah.
That's why live music is never going to go away, and I think that's why acoustic, really heartfelt stuff is never going to go away, and it's going to come back and see another resurgence.
I don't want to get into it too deep, but like, okay, AI, creating stuff, designing a little bit, using a little AI help is one thing.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about music. I don't agree with using AI to create your music at
all.
But I mean like
I use AI for thumbnails and stuff.
Yeah, or like graphic designer, stuff like that. Using a little bit of help. Like my niece, she's a photographer. professional photographer down in North Carolina. And but she uses AI to edit some of her pictures. Like if there's like a blemish or something that she can't get out, she can type in whatever program she uses and it'll remove it for her. That's pretty cool. If you use it, I would say like as like a little like that, using a little fix. But creating something solely from AI that's AI. That's not you. Like, and I know artists that they're from the beat to the lyrics to even the actual track itself is AI. Like it's their voice, but it's AI, and it's like, come on, bro.
AI, artificial intelligence, in that capacity has been around for decades. Like you're talking about removing blemishes from photos and Photoshop and stuff. All that uses an element of AI to like map out. And you can go as deep as saying the advent of digital photography. Imagine original photographers that are out there, they got their lens and they've got a piece of cardboard covering the lens and they open it and then they close it and then they take it back to their lab and you have to pour in the right mix of chemicals into that. You have to wash it, and if you wash it, you want to oversaturate it, you change the levels of the chemicals. If you want it to be black and white, you do something different. If you want to add color, if you want to add interesting stuff, you can throw, sand or baking soda into the mix or whatever it is, and you hang it up. And then all of a sudden digital photography comes around, and if you want an oversaturated photo, you click a dial and you dial it up.
Right.
And I'm sure those people were going, well, this is just hacky at the time.
Yeah.
So there's definite nuance to it, but using AI and typing a prompt into something and saying create this, and then AI creates it, that is in a league of its own, just out there wrong. That's not, you're not creating anything.
I honestly think, I don't know, because I think that I don't feel like people should be able to put a song that AI made on a platform and make money off of it.
Well, the problem with that is not just people going out there to do it, but most of what's happening are these conglomerates and these corporations, these advertising agencies are doing that to just make money. There's a big scandal, and obviously I won't mention any names, but there's a big scandal with a streaming platform allowing and permitting that stuff. But you find out what they do is the money that they pay to artists is a giant pool of money, and it all gets distributed per stream among the artists.
Right.
Well, if they own significant stake in an advertising agency that produces massive amounts of AI music, and then they flood that platform with AI music, now when they pay out, a chunk of what they're paying out actually goes back into their own pockets.
See, that's crazy.
That's the big problem with AI music, is that it's not going to be used for good.
Right.
On our scale, maybe. If you can't sing, but you write poetry and you want to put it to music and you're doing it for your own personal pleasure and you're not claiming to have sung it or performed it or whatever, and you're being honest about it, that's fine. You're messing around with Photoshop. You're messing around with, digital creation tools or whatever at that level. That's cool. But it's not going to be used for good. As soon as that gets into the hands of some giant corporation, it's going to be, how can we squeeze every last dime out of this thing? And that's what it's being used for.
That's
We
unfair.
won't even get into like the data center stuff and the water and all that.
Right.
To me, this is what it is. Okay, you guys pick up instruments.
Yep.
Write songs from scratch on those instruments, write lyrics, record it, put your emotion, your soul into it, get on stages and perform it. And that's like a full circle from the second you started to write that to where you're performing it for a crowd or releasing the song. That's like an accomplishment of all the work and the knowledge and the talent that you have. Then you got Jake down the street that's putting his persona out as a shredding rock star dude, but you've come to find out he's on Suno making all of his, you put a prompt in for the type of song you want, the type of beat you want, and all this, and he's got a full-blown song that he's pushing and people are falling for it, and it's like, that's not real. Like, that's
Suno
fair.
acts like it's just a companion or a help thing.
It does all the work.
It does
for
all the work.
You can literally type in, write a song that has this line in it, and it will write the whole song around it.
And I don't know, like, I feel like when I hear an AI song, even before they tell me it's AI, I can hear that it's AI because
it has like an AI garble to it. It's got like in background.
Well, even on the clean, like I've heard of, one week I played a song in here someone requested.
Yeah.
And it's one of my coworkers, and then she told me, that's an AI artist, right? Like the person isn't even real. I'm like, I'll never play that again. Thank you for telling me. But I had to go back and really listen to the song. And when I listened to it, I'm like, I can tell it's AI. It is a really good sounding song, but I can tell it's AI because there's a lack of human emotion into it. Like I don't know if you can understand that.
How much longer until you can't though?
Right.
I feel like our saving grace there is that AI is drawing heavily on what's massively popular, and what's massively popular the longer, and I don't want to sound like an old man, I don't want to sound like a boomer, but what's massively popular is getting more and more banal, it's getting more and more like just very basic, overproduced. And so there's a lot of artists that I think, and again I won't say any names, but there are artists out there where I'm like, AI is drawing exclusively on your output, because this is the worst thing I've ever heard. And then Rochelle and I, my girlfriend Rochelle and I, will go through and listen, and I'm constantly like, listen to this song. Is this AI or is this real? And we're like, this is obviously AI. Then you find out it's a real artist, and you're like, well, it's terrible. So sorry, you sound like
one
AI.
thing that gives it away to me with some people, like I won't say names either, because I've had a few people that I've came in contact with that they're pushing their music like AI music as if it's them, but I can tell that it's not them, because you don't see them promoting themselves as, okay, how can you be an artist and have these great songs, but you have no persona online of you being in a studio, of you picking up an instrument,
when you can't play
performing
that stuff live either.
You play it live and your voice does not match.
Well, they can't. They cannot play that stuff live. And our good friend Scott Eckert at Pilgrimage Wine Company.
Shout out to Scott Eckert too. I've been in contact with him to try to get.
Oh, good.
He's going to come on the show, and I think I'm going to come see what he's got going on.
He's a huge promoter of live music and original music and local
I'll go to his show.
Music. Vice versa.
I go to your show before I go to anybody else's.
But he always says, live music is, because of that, live music's not going away.
Right.
Those people cannot go out and perform live. And there are people, I just had this conversation last night. We went to an open mic, and I had this conversation. People will, and I also host an open mic. People will say, hey, I've got like a looper pedal, and I've got like backing tracks, and I've got this and that I want to plug in, and then I'm just going to sing along with it. And you're like, did you write this stuff, or and where do you draw the line? If you can play an instrument, and if you can sing, and you can do those things at the same time, come out and do that, and have a stripped down version of your stuff. Michael writes some crazy intricate songs, and they are new metal style songs. They're like that grungy stuff. I love it, and it's just like all emo style music. Then he comes out and he plays it acoustic, which you never hear, and it works. It works on the acoustic level because it's a well written song, and it's a good song. So all you need is the guitar and the voice and the lyrics. But then he does a show where he plays the guitar and he has the backing tracks with it. And if you coordinate that with the venue in advance, that's super cool. Yeah. And it's a totally different show, and it blew me away. But if you're out at an open mic or something playing live, you can't play this AI stuff. Right. You can't play something that Suno wrote for you. Right. You just can't do it. And that's what separates that style of creation, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to be super disparaging, because if you want to do that in your free time or whatever, that's cool. But you're not a musician, you're not a songwriter if AI is writing the stuff for you.
That's I had a kid that I worked with up in Indianapolis a couple years ago, and he was an AI artist, literally. So when I first started working, I make music, but I don't really push my music as much, and I do it for fun. I do touch on as many genres as I can, but I don't play instruments, so I buy instrumentals from people. Yeah. I write lyrics though, and I record my own lyrics and do all that. And so when I work somewhere, or I meet new people, obviously I'll let them hear my music or show it. So this kid was like, oh, I like to write music too. I make music too. I'm like, well, pull out your platforms. Let me hear something. Right. Oh, I will. And then a week later, he comes with these full production songs. Mm-hmm. And he's asking me where I don't know any studios around here. Where can I record at? So he's already told me he doesn't know where to go to record at. And I'm like, hey, I got a studio. Come over. I asked him a million times, come record at my house. I'll engineer you. Yeah. Right. And he never would. He'd always have an excuse why he couldn't record his new song at my house. Right. But you don't know any other studios. But then I see you at work on Monday, and you got a full-blown song recorded. Yeah. I'm like, how is that?
Where's
and
that
then so I bring him to it. He's like, I asked him many times, trying to be like, hey, look, Nick, it's AI, isn't it? And he's like, he didn't admit it. He'd say, no. But I watched him at work one day, doing the prompt thing. Yeah. And so I brought him to a show to do it. I was booked for a show, and I brought him with me, got him a slot on the show as well. And that's when it was very apparent that his AI is 100. Not even him singing it. Not like they wrote the lyrics for him and then he recorded it. He made it all on AI because he could not even sing his own song. They didn't even really know the words. His voice was 100% different than what was coming out of him playing his backing and stuff. It was horrible.
It
Embarrassing
might-
for him probably, but I
Yeah,
get it, like,
and it probably is like a frustrating feeling because I've heard from a lot of people too that they want to be a songwriter and they want to be a musician, but they haven't put in the time to learn the guitar,
Right.
and that is on them. But on another hand, I do feel for them, and
Right.
people. You see it all the time on like songwriter forums. They go, I don't sing, I don't play an instrument, but I have these lyrics that I wrote, and they're not great lyrics, but they want to create something. And so
Right.
then AI comes along, and it's like, okay, there's the easy button.
that's
I'll
cool
put
to
it through
keep it
there.
for yourself, in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah.
No, I do agree with that.
Yeah, AI is what it is. I think we should probably play another one of his songs so we can get set up to.
I want to get him to go live. Are you ready to go live?
I can
Get
do that.
everything set up?
I'll say, talking about live music, just so that we don't forget this, and being able to perform at an open mic, June 24th at Little Sheba's in Richmond.
Ooh, yeah.
Tony, Hawley, and I co-host for all intents and purposes, an open mic. We call it our mini Jamboree because a lot of the irregulars that come out have been coming out for a long time and playing together. So we will get up and we'll jam with each other, and we really support the collaborative environment, but it is for all intents and purposes an open mic.
Is the 24th? Is that also is it?
That's a Wednesday. Yeah, it's the fourth Wednesday of every month from I think through August for now, and then we'll decide after that what we're going to do with it. But it's from 6 to 9 p.m. Sign up starts at 5:30. Walk in and sign up if you want to play a song, or if you want to sit and watch and you decide something moves you and you want to get up and jam with somebody. We kind of talk that out and we make it work. And we really want to support more people coming out that, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, that don't feel like they have the confidence to get out and perform.
Right.
This has nothing to do with me. This has everything to do with the people that I've surrounded myself with at this open mic. They're just the most supportive, collaborative, open-minded people.
Yeah.
And so if you're nervous about playing a song, this is the perfect place to do it. It's just a good time. It's a great vibe, and it's a great way to network. It's a great way to get your foot in the door. If you have any sort of inkling that you want to play music out live, or you just want to sit in and watch, June 24th, Wednesday at Little Sheba's in Richmond from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're hosting that. We usually do 15-minute slots or 3-song maximums, but we're also kind of dancing back and forth, and people will get up. We've got Chris York who plays lead guitar. He'll jump up and play lead guitar through a bunch of sets. I play the harmonica. I get up and play harmonica with a bunch of people. We like to harmonize and sing along with each other, and and none of that is in service of ourselves. All that is in service of propping up the main person that's singing. You know, they're getting up there and they want to play.
That's
and,
awesome,
and
though.
we want to elevate you and stand on the stage with you and say, hey, we're all in this together. We're all doing this together. It's a great time. If you've ever thought about doing an open mic, it is the best place to do it, I think. And that's not just because I'm hosting it. I kind of inherited it.
I second it, man.
No, I mean,
I don't host it, but I'm there.
But just from just the way you just
Yeah.
described it, that.
And what's
That
cool
sounds
is
like a
like
good
someone
stuff to
like
do.
me who's just an acoustic guitar player and a vocalist. When they all come up there, I've got an amazing photo from last Wednesday that's got like it's me and Kyle and Tony and Chris and Wes, and it looks like it's a full band just helping me play my song. You know, and it's that kind of vibe. It's really amazing.
All right, cool. So Little Sheba's June
Yeah.
24th, 6 to 9.
Yep.
All right. So if you guys want to pop out for an open mic or just to watch the artists that are there to play, June 24th.
Hopefully we're out on the patio if the weather's good. The weather hasn't been good the last 2 months. We've been inside, which is also still a really good space. There's
They
plenty
serve
of space.
food and stuff
They
there
do.
as well?
They've got great
It's
food.
really good.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's really good.
I like to eat.
It's good. It's in the historic Depot District. You know, it's a
There's
beautiful
there's a bar, all
building.
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
They got the train tracks right there. It's just a beautiful place. It feels really old timey down there. The vibe's amazing. The staff at Little Sheba's is awesome.
Yeah, they support us a lot.
Yes,
you
they
know,
do.
like they're very happy we're there.
They basically told us that when it comes to the music stuff, we can do whatever we want. They just want
That's
us in
awesome.
there,
Yeah.
and they just want that
Hey,
feeling.
that's pretty
and that
cool though to have like a venue like that you got in your
Absolutely.
back pocket. Like, you know, you
Very
can make
supportive
things happen
of us.
there.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to throw your own little
Yeah.
show, you could make it happen there.
And they've been around for 35 years now, I
Yeah.
think. So they're a legendary historic Richmond establishment too. So you got that
Little Sheba, shout out
heritage
to Little
there.
Sheba.
Yeah, that big shout out to Little
All right,
Sheba's.
so
All
you
right,
wanna
so I'm about
get set up?
I'm just gonna play a song while Kyle gets set up, and then we're gonna hear some of his original music here live. On anyways, guys, this is the Mixie Motion Show. I'm JMOB.
Michael William Johnson the first.
We got Kyle
Kyle Hazzard in here. I'm about to say danger again. Why do I keep wanting to say danger?
It's a synonym.
But we got Kyle Hazzard here. He's going to be playing some of his music live. So you guys tune in. You already tuned in, listen. But before you start playing, I wanted to ask, I never got to ask you your dream venues. Or a dream artist that you want to work with and a dream venue you want to play at.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are big questions too. I think from my level right now, a dream venue would be like the Mousetrap in Indy, right? Or
I've been there a few times.
The oh gosh, what's that?
There's a place in Muncie I wanted to. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's shut down now.
Yeah, there's a place over in, oh my gosh, what's that city in Ohio? Anywhere over there, Peachtree.
It's all Greek to me.
Yeah. There's these venues that are sort of like iconic, but I'm just now getting into the live music scene around here, so I'm just learning all of this stuff. Is it called the Majestic in Indianapolis? Is that one that's a big theater?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Emerson, is that in Indiana?
Emerson, yeah. I'm not sure if they do things anymore either.
See, I don't know either.
Yeah.
They host a lot of wrestling.
The Jazz Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
The Jazz Kitchen's a super cool spot. I went and saw my buddy Dave Zimmerman there, my bandmate, with his barbershop quartet, and man, what a cool venue that was. But I've since seen them do more like acoustic and sort of like Americana folk music stuff there. So I'm like, okay, so I could do it. But those are lofty goals for me right now at this stage. I think right now my next venue that I would like to play at is probably the Firehouse.
Yeah,
right
exactly. We were just talking about that
Richmond,
today.
right?
Yeah.
The barbecue place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. Yeah.
Richmond has a lot of cool, like looking old.
Great venues, especially in that
venues.
neighborhood. That's right around the corner from Little Sheba's, but I'd love to play there. That's a cool spot.
All right. Well, what do we got coming up first?
Well, I'm going to play a song that Michael and his wife have told me that they like, and I like it too. My girlfriend Rochelle likes it as well. I like the lyrics of it. The name of it's actually based on this old melodrama play I was in, but it is kind of based on a kind of a conglomeration of people whose parents weren't really there for them in one way or the other when they were growing up, and it led them to kind of making poor life decisions because they just didn't know how to get through life, and they didn't have that support system from their sort of paternal figure to rely on when they were younger. The song's called No Mother to Guide Her, but I've had people tell me, like, this makes me think of my dad, or I've had people say, guys say, this does remind me of my mom too. So it's a slower song, but I really like it, and so it's called No Mother to Guide Her. Yeah, so I'll play that for you first. It's kind of a slower song. Maybe I should have started something faster. That sound all right?
Yeah.
Flies down the stairs and she runs to the door. Nobody cares, they don't notice anymore. She always comes back, where else would she go? What is she chasing? They say she doesn't know. They say she's wild, no one can abide her. What can she do with no mother to guide her? Reflection, the ghost of a face with no real connection. It feels out of place. There's no point in calling. She knows how it will end. got the comfort of a friend. Maybe she's lonely, there's no one beside her, lost on the road with no mother to guide her. Woe to guide her. She flips through old pictures every once in a while, till she remembers what's behind every smile, hidden in your vanity, your way to escape. Never thought of the heart you'd reshape. How can she cope with the pain that's inside her? Where can she turn with no mother to guide her? Woe to guide her. Now watch her rise like the phoenix from the fire, with spirit and hope, like a rudder to guide her. Woe to guide her. Woe to guide her. Woo!
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice emotions, so it gets you feeling the emotions, baby.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
There were some emotions in there for sure.
Do you have that record like on?
I don't. Unfortunately, most of the stuff I'm going to play I don't have recorded because of the imposter syndrome and having to take time out of your life to do it. And
You know the guy in the UK that does stuff for me? He's said he'll do stuff for him too.
You got to get that on platforms, brother.
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that. There's Pilgrimage Wine Company. I'm sure he'll come on and talk about it, so I don't want to take the wind out of his sails. But he's putting together a variety album of local artists, and the Mortonians are going to be featured on the first one, and then I have a song laid out to be on the next one, which he's been very supportive of, and I'm really looking forward to recording with him as sort of getting my solo stuff out there, getting my feet kind of wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his studio is really good too.
That's at the
It's at the
It's at the
winery.
winery.
It's about the size of this room,
He is-
but it's good.
He has been doing music, and he's been mixing music, and he's been making all kinds of music. He's also like a I don't know the genres for this, but like EDM or house
Oh yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
And
That's why
he's-
that WECI guy that I told you was checks in
Yeah.
the show.
He's written a lot
That's
of
my
like
boy. He makes
sort
a
of
lot of
ambient
beats.
style music, but he's also an incredible folk writer and rock and like that 90s alternative vibe and stuff. And he's been recording his own music for so long and mixing and mastering it. So I'm really looking forward to having the opportunity to get out there with him and record some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna need that on platform so we can
Yeah.
listen to it. I like that.
Well, thanks very much. Yeah, I'll write that one down. Rochelle over here is probably my biggest fan and biggest supporter, and she keeps me out of the imposter syndrome.
All right, good. Thank you,
mindset.
Rochelle.
And she's constantly reminding me of songs that I don't play very often. She's like, she told me you should do that one tonight. I know Michael likes it, and I haven't heard
like
you
it.
play it in forever.
That's my
and-
first time hearing it. That was awesome, bro.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. This next one is the one that Scott wants me to put on the next album. It's another song that I'm really proud of. I really like it. I wrote it after I got out of the Marine Corps, and for a while I was living with my dad because I wasn't sure if I wanted to settle down here or if I wanted to get a job somewhere else. I was looking for jobs elsewhere. And I was just trying to adjust to normal civilian life. And
what branch were you in?
I was in the Marine Corps. And I was trying to adjust from that. And I also, it's a much longer story, but when I got out of the Marine Corps, I had an almost 3-year-old son who I had just gotten full custody of. And so we were living together because I had been in the Marine Corps. We were living together for the first time as a single parent and a 3-year-old. And that was an adjustment for both of us as well. And so there was a lot of trepidation on my part, a lot of confusion, a lot of stress. There was a lot of that going on. And I didn't know if I had what it takes to be a family man. I didn't know if I had what it takes to be a civilian. I didn't know if I had what it takes to make it a home for him. And so this song is called What It Takes to Make It Home.
I've been too far gone from any semblance of a place I could call my own. And now I'm at the stage where I don't know if it's what I would want anyway. Yeah, I've been all around this rucksack and suitcase too long. I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. Yeah, is it time to settle down or is there still time to roam? I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. Don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. When my plane comes in and I return to the structure I've been living in, the lawn is overgrown, the deck is falling apart and the sidings have gone. Oh, it needs some new carpet and some tiles in the kitchen. And I don't want to think about what else it might be missing. And I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. Tell me this is what you get when the old man is gone. But I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. Don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. I hope I figure it out, 'cause the time is now. I'll make it work somehow, like I always do, right? I've got these memories, so you know I know exactly what it means to call a house a home. What should I do now that I've got a son of my own? He should be able to look fondly on the place where he was grown. But I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. Don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. No, I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. They tell me this is what you got when the old man is gone. But I don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. Don't know if I've got what it takes to make it home. I hope I figure it out, 'cause the time is now. I'll make it work
got what it takes to make it home.
Yeah!
That was awesome. Thank you. This is a great show. Thank you.
Yeah,
really.
Well, I'll do one now that everyone likes that I do, and I say the S word in it. This is a true story. I don't know if you've ever seen Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Bro, I can quote every line from that movie.
Awesome.
That's my favorite movie. I was just asking somebody at work the other day because I'm always saying lines from it.
He needs more blankets and less blankets.
He's like, why do you always say that? I was like, have you ever seen Walk Hard before? Like, I had to give him the whole rundown. That was the
I'm
best
glad
movie
we didn't leave with
ever.
this because the whole show would have just been us quoting Walk Hard for
You know
the
it,
rest of
bro.
the show.
I
It was
love that
just
movie,
go,
bro. I think I'm doing pretty good for a 15-year-old with a wife and a baby.
This doesn't really. I'm Dewey Cox's 16-year-old wife. So this doesn't have anything to do with Walk Hard, but the moment the song was written, conceived, was a Walk Hard moment because I was in an argument with my ex-girlfriend at the time who was an alcoholic and she was struggling with other stuff too. And she didn't have her own car, she didn't have her own place to live or anything. And so she had been borrowing my car, and one day she was drunk, and it was obvious, and we got in an argument about it because she was lying about it again. And she wanted to leave the house, and she's in my car, and she's drunk, and I didn't want her to leave the house drunk in my car. And I eventually I was just sick of it, and I said, you know what, if you take my car somewhere and you crash it, I'm going to report it stolen. And in that moment, I clicked, and I went Dewey Cox, and I was like, if you crash my car, I will report it stolen. And then I was like, just get out of here. I got a song for that. And that's a true story.
That's funny.
It literally...
I can see that.
Rest in peace!
That's hilarious.
The conversation went a lot like this.
Type of guy to sympathize with someone who cries the way you do. You want the keys, you're begging me, now pretty please. It's just like me to play the fool. Hey, you're under the gun, you're late, you gotta run, but it's not as fun as it used to be. No, throw caution to the wind. Oh look, you're gone again. I'm crashing into reality. Hey, but if you crash my car, I will report it stolen. And if you break my heart, then it was never yours. And if one day you decide that you really miss me, oh, you can miss me. Feel free to miss me with that shit. Go on and miss me with that shit. You've got my set of wheels and you're feeling real, it's no big deal. Where's the appeal to follow through? When you get yours, it's such a bore to do your chores, so don't try no more to start anew. Hey, all of your promises as empty as your bottles is. You're full throttle to the rear view, and you're forgetting that I'm sitting missing. Your conduct unbefitting. Wishing man with an attitude. Hey, but if you crash my car, I will report it stolen. And if you break my heart, then it was never yours. And if one day you decide that you really miss me, oh, you can miss me. Feel free to miss me with that shit. Go on and miss me with that shit. If you crash my car, I will report it stolen. And if you break my heart, that shit was never yours. And if one day you decide that you really miss me, oh, you can miss me. Feel free to miss me with that. If you crash my car, I will report it stolen. And if you break my heart, that shit was never yours. And if one day you decide that you really miss me, oh, you can miss me. Feel free to miss me with that shit. Yeah, go ahead, miss me with that shit.
Yeah! Woo! Kyle!
He said, "You can take my car, but you give me my monkey."
I can't build you a chocolate house. The sun will come out, it rain.
Make sure I know how to do everything before I try to do anything.
Well, that's how it goes. The second that you think you got it figured out, though, then you're messing up. You never are gonna have it figured out. That goes for live music
Right.
too. People think, and I've talked to my sister has asked me like, I didn't know you were so confident. And I go, I'm not. I'm nervous as hell up there.
Hey.
Nervous right now. I'm shaking right now. My heart's beating crazy fast because I don't think I've got it all figured out. I don't really know what I'm doing up here, but you got to do it. You got to put yourself out there.
Though, bro.
Thank you
That
very
was
much. I
very good
appreciate that.
performance. I feel special. I feel like I just had a free live performance. Like
Yeah.
that was awesome. Like songs are great. Like you.
Well, I feel special that I got to be on Earlham's radio. I was telling you earlier that I discovered that 91.5 several years ago, and I used to time my grocery store runs so that I could listen to the new music discovery show because there was just some cool stuff on there, and I thought it was all indie artists, and I thought
Right.
one day I'm going to be on WECI, and here I am.
I'm honored to be the one to bring you on the show, bro.
This is definitely a bucket list item, and I'm honored to be here with you, and I'm honored to be here with my really good friend Michael William Johnson the First.
Yeah, dude, as soon as I came in here and did my interview, I was like, bro, I gotta get Kyle, gotta get Tony, gotta get Isaac, gotta get all these people, and boom, you're number one.
Right. And I know, like, when I met Michael, like, same thing. The energy was great, played on the air, everything. And then I realized I didn't realize. He told me he's from here, started telling me about the venues. I'm like, perfect. Like, that's what I want to do with my show is give an outlet to the local artist and original artists and everything.
And
so.
we've got, obviously, collectively, we've got a pretty wide network of local artists, and we know, because we're such big supporters of it, and constantly, Rochelle always jokes around that when I'm at an open mic and I'm not performing, I'm going to yell, play an original to somebody, because I want them to play. There's this weird thing when you go to an open mic, it's like nobody wants to hear my music. What's that?
What is it like? Do they like do?
Well, a lot
covers?
of people play covers because people are thinking, and I'm the same way, nobody wants to hear something I wrote. You've never heard the song before in your life. You can't sing to it. You might not be able to tap your foot to it even.
Right.
You don't know. So people don't have the confidence sometimes to play an original song. So I want to be the guy. We want to be the people that are going to play an original song. It's like, okay, somebody asked, now I'm going to do it. If I go to somebody's show and they're playing a bunch of covers, because that's what restaurants want to hear, that's what venues want to hear, but I'm going to be the dude in the audience that goes up and I'll give you $5 if you play me an original song.
Right.
And they do it.
Okay.
And we want to keep supporting that. And so we have a pretty vast network here of local musicians that are original artists, super talented people that more people need to know about. So I definitely will be sending them your way.
Yeah,
I
and it's
appreciate
like,
that.
we were at the open mic yesterday in New Paris, and I was talking to the people there. I was like, it's kind of like a you build it, we come kind of thing. As soon as one of us figures out there's a venue, we're all here.
Right.
And then, I figured out this. I was like, well,
Yeah.
here's the whole crew.
I'm looking forward to having the whole crew too. So like, everybody, we'll talk more.
For sure.
We'll
Yeah.
send them my way.
Yeah.
I like to do flyers and promote before, at least a couple days before the show. So
I'm working on networking with some local artists as well let's go full old school and let's hand make our flyers.
Okay.
All the conversation with AI, I'd really like to put some of those people on as well. Some actual, either digital graphic artists
let's do
or
it.
hand painted.
And that's another thing though that I want to say on that topic is I don't only have to have I don't have to have anybody, but I don't only want to have musical artists. If they've got a skill or a talent or just something to share, they're welcome to the show as well. Like that's
cool.
Like so, I want local talent of all types, not just.
He wants some of the wrestlers too.
Yeah, no, I want
Yeah.
anybody in this city or surrounding area that has a talent or a skill or something, dream they're chasing. I want them to have an outlet to showcase it or to let people know.
Absolutely.
About it, so.
And I mean, you laugh at the wrestling thing, but that's not my bag, and I don't know much about it. But what I do know, especially since you're involved in it, is that's another incredibly supportive community of performers.
Yeah.
And that's super important. Kids that don't feel like they fit in anywhere else, and they get to be on stage, and they get to be somebody, and they're wrestling, and people are cheering for them, and that.
You would be surprised how much overlap in the kind of brain someone has to be a musician or a wrestler. You got to be a certain kind of crazy to do either one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And entertainer, you know,
Entertainer.
like it's entertainment
100%.
as well.
Yeah.
So you got to be
That's
able
Michael
to set
Johnson
the
through and
stage.
through.
It really is.
All right, well, it's been a great night here on the Mixed Emotion Show. This is listener-supported WECI 91.5 FM, Richmond's Public Radio. I'm J-Mo-D.
I'm Michael William Johnson the first.
And I'm Kyle Hazzard.
Right now, you guys get to hear some of Kyle's, I guess, unreleased. Well, it's been played before, right? But it's not released anywhere.
You can find some recordings of it on my Instagram and on my Facebook. I'm Kyle Hazzard. I'm Kyle _ Hazzard on Instagram.
Okay.
You can find that stuff there, but not on any streaming yet. I don't have any physical copies, but I will.
Right. So we'll have you guys just stay tuned. Before we go, though, I do want to ask you to give a shout out to, you might have already done it, but a shout out to your biggest fan and supporter, and then give some words of encouragement to anybody that's listening that's chasing a dream as well, whether it be music or anything, like just some words of encouragement that you want them to remember.
I've definitely shouted out my biggest fans and supporters, but I do want to particularly shout out Little Shebas for allowing us to host the music there. That's where it's a cool place. It's a family establishment where people of all ages can come together and perform their music. And if we're doing it, Little Shebas loves that we're doing it. They're very supportive of what we got going on. They like the format that we're running. And anyone and everyone that comes in there, they're not just being supported by me and Tony, but they're being supported by our fellow performers like Michael and Chris and Jason Honecker comes out, and they're also being supported by the staff at Little Shebas, just incredibly supportive. And we're hoping to see that continue to grow, maybe have more dates, maybe have additional. We do a $50 raffle right now. If you perform, even if you just come up and jam guitar during a song, I put your name in the hat, and we give away $50 at the end of the night.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's a secret or not, but they're building us a stage.
Oh, that's awesome! Like an
a stage is being built. I would never claim.
I'm not saying it's for us, but I'm just saying like we do the music out there a lot, and they're like, oh, we should have a stage. So
historically, they had a stage back there, and then the previous owners or 2 owners ago removed the stage, and the current owners want to put the stage back in there because they do support a lot of local music. They have shows there on Saturdays, full 3-hour shows of local artists, which is really cool. And then our currently 4th Wednesday of the month open mic mini jamboree is what we call it, because we all kind of just jam together, sing together, play together. It's very collaborative. It's a beautiful thing. But we also do individual solo sets. If you just want to get up there and play us a song by yourself, totally cool with us too. And then, I mean, my words of inspiration, I think I said at the beginning of the show too, be your biggest fan and understand that if you're doing it, if you're devoting time to it, even mentally, if you're daydreaming about it, what that means is that it is important.
Hey, that's my whole motto, daydreams into real things.
I should have played my song, Don't Daydream Away Your Life, because that's the whole point of that song. That was a song I wrote to myself.
That's my...
Don't sit and wait for something to happen to you. Don't daydream about it. If you're thinking about it that hard, it's important to you, and if it's important to you, it is going to be important to somebody else. So get yourself out there. Do it. Don't be shy about showing your art. Don't be shy about showing your wacky side. Just do it.
That's how my thing is. Like, if you like, I didn't say dreams into real things, because at nighttime you might dream about some crazy stuff that's like unrealistic.
Right.
But when you're daydreaming, you're dreaming about the level up, something better, somewhere you want to be or what you want to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can think about it, it can be done.
That's absolutely right. Even if you start small, just start. You've got to take the first step. One of the last quote I'll say, it's a quote that's really stuck with me, is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time to plant that tree is right now.
Boom. That's deep. I like that.
I believe that's a quote that comes out of The Artist's Way, which every songwriter I feel like has read and has sort of adopted into their mantra and their ethos a little bit. But, you know, you can wish and hope and oh man, if I had planted that tree, that persimmon tree 20 years ago, I'd have fresh persimmons growing in my front yard right now. Well, plant it right now, and then 20 years from now, you'll be you'll be patting yourself on the back.
I'm glad I planted those 20 years ago.
That's right. So plant it now. If you didn't plant it 20 years ago, if you didn't plant it yesterday, plant it now and get it out there and do it.
All right, y'all heard that. That was Kyle Hazzard with some words of encouragement and wisdom for y'all. It's been a great night. We did run a few minutes over, which that's okay. It was worth it. I am Jamboree and Michael Williams Scott.
Michael what?
Michael Williams Johnson. I tried.
That train is coming down the line. Mark the hours, but don't lose yourself.